Hi Internet, welcome to this week's reading. I'm Pan42 Tarot, but you can call me Pan. This week we are doing a reading based on reality therapy, which it was invented by Dr. William Glasser. We're doing a reading about his 5 needs. He wrote about what he believes the 5 needs of humans are. And they are survival, love, power, freedom, and fun. So we're going to do a reading about those things. And we're going to, we're just going to ask your guides or your deities or whoever's going to come through for you. We're going to ask them what needs to be brought to your attention in these areas of your life, like these needs. What are you ignoring, or what needs to be brought to your attention, or what are you doing a good job on? So I'm going to pull a couple cards to draw you in today. This deck is my Dixit deck. It's very pretty art that is very kind of emotional, so we're gonna use this one today just for drawing in. I don't have any little items for your groups today. Nothing was really calling out to me, so we're gonna just go with cards, okay? So here we go. I just need 3 groups, please. Oh, nobody wants to pop out today. Oh, just kidding. All 3 popped out just at once. Oh, they're very similar. So, we have 3 groups today, and they are group number 1. Ooh, let's hope you can focus. There we go. Group number 1. This is your card. It's a boy building a cloud. It's really cute. So this is group number 1. Group number 2, you have a very similar image, but this is a man walking up a stairway to a door. I think it refers to a show. Oh no, a movie. The Truman Show. It's a very funny movie, but also kind of sad. So, yeah. Anyway, that's your card, group number 2's. And group number 3 this is your card. We have a man made out of leaves walking towards either a sunset or a sunrise and a bunch of mountains. Ooh. So, these are our 3 groups. Let me focus down on these cards. So, these are the 3 groups. A lot of sky imagery today, which makes a lot of sense. Air is normally associated with thought, and a lot of therapy has to do with thought and processing our thoughts and things like that. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. Yeah, so I'm going to shuffle your cards off camera, and I'm going to place them out in the spread, and we will talk about the spread when we get to each of your readings. I'm going to be using my Wizards Tarot and a new oracle deck called the Rebel Oracle, as well as my Kali Ma Oracle. So, I'm excited to get to all of your readings, guys. See you soon. Bye. Hi, group number 1's. Welcome to this week's reading. You guys are my group number 1's. And here we have the card that drew you guys in. Is this cute little boy who is trying to build a cloud, and he's making a beautiful dove. The dove is a sign of peace, and the butterfly is a sign of transformation. So, those might be important themes as we look into these needs that we're going to look at. Okay? So, here we go. First, I'm going to tell you about the 5 needs real quick. So, this is from a method of therapy called reality therapy. It was invented around the same time as Freud was working, but this was invented by Dr. William Glasser. The 5 needs that he presented were survival, which is the basic needs of shelter, survival, food, and sexual fulfillment. 2, love and belonging, the belonging to a family, a community, or to other loved ones. 3, power, a sense of winning and achieving, or a sense of self-worth. 4, freedom, to be independent, maintain personal space and autonomy. And lastly, fun, to achieve satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pleasure. So I really like that out of the 5 things he thought necessary to the human existence, he felt like fun needed to be in there. That makes me very happy. So we're going to start up here with survival. So I have 1 card from the Wizard Tarot, and then I have a 2nd card from my Rebel Oracle deck. Now, I'm going to warn you, the Rebel Oracle deck, they are a bit crass. There is language, so if you don't like the word fuck, this reading probably isn't for you. Okay, so here we go. You have in this space the 5 of Beasts. In this deck, the 5 of Beasts is the 5 of Wands. And then the other card you have is Ask a Fucking Expert. And the back says, don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Oh, I like this card for survival a lot. Okay. So, this first card that we have here is the 5 of Beasts. Now, the 5 of Wands, which is the 5 of Beasts here, talks about conflict. It talks about like just regular ass fighting. And in the spot of survival, hold please, there's a plane. Plane. Okay, plane is gone now. So, in the place of survival, I feel like maybe you are somebody who is struggling with either a mental or physical illness of some kind. You're somebody who maybe has struggled with something for a long time. It could be a mental illness, or it could be a physical ailment, but I feel like it's something you have been in struggle with for a long time, whether it's chronic or not. It's something that you encounter daily, whether it is effects of like ADHD. That's something that is with you your whole life. You don't get rid of it ever. You can ask me. So it could be something like that, or it could be a chronic illness that you are struggling with that just keeps coming back and just keeps bothering you, and is something that perhaps will always be around. But as the card here says, ask a fucking expert. From this card, I'm thinking that maybe you guys are the kind of people that even though you're struggling with something, maybe you don't know what it is, or maybe you haven't had a professional look at it, whether that's a mental illness or whether that is something physical. This card is saying go to the fucking doctor. All right? Like, don't guess. Don't go to Wikipedia. Don't go to MedMD. Don't go to Wikipedia. Do not search your symptoms this way. Please go to an expert, whether that is a therapist, a licensed therapist, or a counselor, or a doctor, or like a regular doctor, or a specialist. Whatever it is that you are struggling with, please see a professional. We may think that we have our own health in our own hands, but sometimes you need some help, and there's no shame in it. And I know that there has been lots of stigma around mental illness as well as chronic disease for a very long time, but it is slowly getting better. It is slowly changing. I know it is not there all the way yet, and I know that our medical system here in the United States is ridiculous and very hard to navigate, but this is something that you need to do for yourself. This is something that you need for your own survival, all right? This is not a matter of, maybe, maybe. This is a, hey, you're struggling with something really hard. You need a fucking expert, all right? It doesn't matter what kind of expert, based on, this is a general reading, so based on your situation and your financial standings, like that will probably help determine exactly who you go seek help from. But yeah, you don't search the internet on this one. Yeah, trust me, like, before I went into therapy, I did a lot of self-help things on the internet. I did a lot of searching for things on the internet, and, you know, thinking I was better now that I, did those things and I researched on my own. But there's no replacing an actual professional to help you. So stop dragging your feet and get yourself there, okay? I know it's a tough process. It might take a while, but this is something that's worth doing for yourself, okay? Okay. So, position number 2, this card is about love and belonging. So, we're gonna look at what cards you have here. We have the Page of Swords. Hope you can see it. It's a little sunnier up here near the camera than it is down at my table, but we have the Page of Swords, and then the card you have here is you are being shady, and the reverse of it says watch out, shit could get ugly. Yeah, I'm seeing that just from the Page of Swords, actually. It's a pretty intense card in this deck, and it's actually it's a very throw your enemies on the pikes kind of card here in this deck. That's a bit of an intense card for the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords a lot of the time talks about a youthful energy of thoughts and excitement. So when I encounter somebody who is the Page of Swords, there's somebody who can't stop talking. There's somebody who must tell you what's on their minds at all times. They're a great energy to have when you're trying to spitball something. Like if you're trying to make up an idea, they're a great energy to have around. But they can be a lot. There's somebody who is very often in their head and very often overthinking. But in this space of love and belonging, I'm really sensing that maybe you are on the defensive and you're not really letting people in. And you might actually be being a little bit cruel in places. This Page of Swords has definitely killed the shit out of this other guy. This is a almost a malevolent energy for you, and I don't really like that. This could be somebody in your life who is being shady. If that resonates with you, take it. Yes, this could be somebody who is what the cards are warning you, watch out. Shit could get ugly. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, this could be somebody in your life who is being shady, somebody who is sneaking around behind your back and causing issues. It could be yourself. It could be you self-sabotaging your own relationships. This is a tough message, you guys. When we take on the air of everyone is my enemy, our need to be loved and to belong becomes poison in our system, because we are not being somebody that people can love and belong with. In fact, when we take on this energy, we become somebody that only other people of this energy will want to be with. So if you're taking on the energy of being shady, of being cruel and unloving and just using your words in a mean, horrible way, you are going to attract that group of people to you, because that is the energy you are putting out. If you want something not this, you need to start putting out a different kind of energy. You need to start looking at how you are acting with others and really transform it. Really take stock and see what needs to go. Where am I legitimately being, not legitimately being cruel, but legitimately defending myself? Where am I being legitimate in my defense of myself? And where am I just putting up walls and barriers because I am afraid? Yes. Yeah. Where are you putting up traps for others so that they will fail? If you're putting up traps for others so that they can do nothing but fail, you're just endangering your own relationships with people. You're making sure that nobody can reach your standards so that you will be all by yourself forever. And I don't like that for you guys, because based on this energy that drew you in, you guys are a sweet soul. You wish for peace, you wish for transformation. So you need to be the friend you want in the world. You need to be the lover you want in the world. You need to act the part. And not just act the part, be the part. Whatever you desire, desires you. So if you desire goodness and love, you need to cut out being shady, bitch. All right? That means not talking behind other people's backs. That means even if somebody has hurt you, to try and take the positive view of that person, to see them as maybe somebody else who is hurting instead of a villain. Trying to see all angles of a person, not just the one that is hurting you. I know that's hard. That's a hard task, but it's worth it. I promise. Okay, we're moving on. This next little group is about power. So this is about the sense of winning, achieving, and a sense of self-worth. So we're going to talk about your self-worth now. So we have the Justice card. Ooh. Justice. And then the card you have underneath is You Do You. Oh, I like this. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Legit though. You do you, boo. So, the Justice card. Ooh. Okay. Awesome. So, what am I seeing here in power? Your need for power has to be balanced carefully. The Justice card is about balance and about, well, justice, but it's also about balancing out energies. If you can see here, this guy, he is very physically powerful, but this guy here, he is very psychically powerful. We can see his energy wrapping around this other figure, like all the way around. So even though he is physically prowess, this person is psychically powerful. So there needs to be a balance of energies, a balance of physical and mental prowess to achieve this self-worth, to achieve this need for winning, achieving success. It needs to be a balance. What I'm hearing is it needs to be a balance of physical action as well as mental development. Your power doesn't just come from your ability to produce, your ability to make more of, your ability to win the fight. You know what I mean? Your self-worth and your achievement and your winning also comes internally. If okay, here's an example. Imposter syndrome. It doesn't matter how much somebody with imposter syndrome actually physically wins. They will still always feel like they have not made any progress because they have in their mind this idea that they are not successful, that they are just putting on a mask and just parading around as something that they are not. But you are, and you can be. And as this card says, you need to do you. Your success, your power is not going to look like everybody else's sense of success or power. In fact, yours is going to be very different from somebody else's. If you're somebody who struggles with a mental illness or a chronic illness, physical illness, your success might just be getting out of bed that day. But that's a fucking success. That's fucking power. You fucking got up today. Like, bam, you're the queen. Like, you're the king of this. Like, it doesn't... Everybody else's view on success should not impact your view of success, is what I am hearing. Your power comes from a strength deep within you as well as what you do. And yeah, like this card that we started with is really what that I think embodies. He's trying to build a beautiful sculpture out of an immaterial object. This seems impossible, but he's doing it. That's what you're doing. You are crafting yourself and making a space for yourself that you never had before. And so your success, your power is going to look a lot different than what others think success should look like. And stop listening to what others say, because you can't change other people. That shit never works. You do you. Yes. I hope that made sense. So, now we're going to move on to the next card. This card is about freedom, a sense of independence, and self what does it say? Self-autonomy. That's the word they used. All right. So the cards we have here are the High Priestess. Ooh, I love this. And the other card you got with this is Shame, Regret, and Guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. Ooh. Yes. Yes, I love this. Yes. Those are just bullshit. Ooh, I really like this for you guys. Freedom. All right. So, a little bit about my history. I grew up in a very conservative, evangelical Christian home. A lot of the tenets of this religion are based around shame, regret, and guilt. These are things that never quite leave you, but they're just inventions of humanity. They're not from spirit at all. In fact, they're really the opposite of spirit. They're the opposite of this high priestess energy. To be independent, to maintain personal space, to have your own autonomy. Yes, this is the true meaning of it, to get rid of guilt and shame and regret, and to turn it all into forgiveness. That's the true message of almost every religion out there, is to turn guilt and shame and regret into forgiveness, not just for other people, but for yourself. And with the High Priestess here, this is an internal battle. This is an internal battle for your own freedom. Freedom from your own mind, from the expectations that have been set upon you. Freedom from whoever told you you weren't good enough. Freedom from that bullshit. It's the ability to go inward, see who you truly are, and take a hold of your power and say, I am free. I am free to be myself and to love who I love, be who I am, be as strong as I want to be today, or as weak as I'm going to be the next day. And it's a tough journey, the journey to forgiveness. It is a tough road that I am still going on. And it is a long, tough one. But you are already on it. You are already doing it. You are already free. Even if you don't quite feel it yet, you're getting there. You're so many more steps ahead than you think you are. Because again, you're not giving yourself all the credit you deserve. Yeah. Your freedom will be found in forgiveness. Okay. So the last group that I have here, these cards represent fun. This is what we need to know about fun in our lives, guys. To achieve satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pleasure. So, the cards you guys got is the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. And the other one is, whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Okay. So, Okay. So, so, if you're somebody who is a bit self-destructive, this is definitely the message for you about fun. Fun has its place. Fun has its time. Fun is wonderful and very important so that you don't lose your mind. But there is a time where just burying yourself in fun becomes self-destructive, because we're not dealing with the things that need to be dealt with, because we're avoiding the things that need work, because we don't want to do the hard work. We don't, the hard work is so hard. We just want to stay up here in the sun and have fun. So there's a time. Now is not the fucking time. There's a time and a place for fun. It is a need. Do not ignore the need for fun. But remember that there is a time and a place for it. And the wheel will continue to come back to it. Don't be afraid if now is the time to work. If now is the time to do hard work, and now is the time to explore deep parts of yourself, if now is that time, don't worry, the wheel will come back around to fun. If now is the time to go to the doctor and find out some hard truths and make some hard choices to continue to live your life and be a beautiful, amazing person that you are, well, better go do that. Take care of that. We will get back to fun. Don't worry, it'll come back. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. The cycle. Everything comes back around. And your need for fun will be met. It will. It's just now, there's some other harder issues at the top of the pyramid that need to be looked at. Okay? We can have fun while we solve these issues, but let's not dive deep down a rabbit hole of fun to run away from these issues. Okay? Work in tandem, together. Don't use the fun to escape the hard. All right? Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for these cards. Now the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to get one oracle from my Kali Ma oracle deck. She is a very intense energy for change and fighting your demons and fulfilling needs and nourishing. She is the destructive mother. She is a very good person to turn to when you are attempting change like this, attempting inner change as intense as this. So let's see what Kali has for you guys. Kali, could you please give us one card for group number 1 about this intense inner journey that they are on to find themselves and become a better person. Right. And you guys have card number 27, Siri Bala. Siri Bala. So, I'm going to read this one to you out of the book because, as I've said a couple times before, I don't have all these cards memorized. So, number 27, if that number is important to anybody. Card 27, Siri Bala. Divine child with wisdom beyond her years. The old soul with deep knowing dwells within our hearts. She urges you to commit to your most passionate inspirations. Comply without hesitation. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you recognize. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you towards your destiny, but an instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Validation from others will come later. Your path is authentic, and you are destined to succeed. The Tantras teach that Bala saw the battle unfolding and what was necessary to attain success with complete clarity. Adults tend to underestimate a child's capacity to see what is going on, yet the child is the unconditioned part of us, the part that sees things as they are. In a reading, the presence of Sri Bala implies that our instinctive desires to pursue a particular path of fulfillment and an expression are authentic. The authentic path is the safest and most protected path we can take. It is the one on which we are closest to the divine, to our true nature with all its wisdom, intuition, and creative resourcefulness. We can more readily attract what we need, and things fall into place more effortlessly. Effortlessly. It seems to be the opposite of playing it safe. Yet, the more we diverge from our authentic being, the more disconnected we are from our divine connection, and the more danger we will encounter. So yeah, be true to yourself. You do you. Okay? Well, that's all I'm seeing for your guys' reading. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope to see you on the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. And I will see all of you guys on the next one. I hope you have a blessed everything. Thanks for watching group number 1. Bye. This was Pan. Bye. Hi, group number 2s. Oops. Welcome to this week's reading. This week, we are talking all about reality therapy, which was invented by Dr. William Glasser, and the 5 needs that he put forth to the therapy community. Anyway, this is the card that drew you guys in. It's a guy walking up a stairway in the sky to a door. If you guys have seen the movie The Truman Show, then you would probably get the sense of that show or movie from this card, since there is a scene exactly like this where Truman walks upstairs in the sky to a door and then finds a whole TV studio on the other side. So yeah. So a lot of what this card is giving me is a transit or a journey from one stage of your life into a completely new stage of your life. It would probably also talk about getting rid of all ideas and delusions and walking into an entirely new world. Just a whole new world for you. That's really what I'm seeing. So, let me explain these cards first, and then I will flip them over and show them to you, okay? So, I'm using the Wizard's Tarot. I'm also using a new oracle deck called the Rebel Oracle. It has some extreme language, so if fuck is not your favorite word, this reading might not be for you. Because this oracle, he uses fuck and shit and other swear words quite a bit. So if you don't like harsh language, then maybe skip to one of my other videos. The fairies normally don't say fuck. Oh, that's a lie. They like to say fuck. Well, my other videos, probably more like my collective checkups. Those are normally pretty tame. So, I personally like the word fuck, so I might say it in there, but the cards won't say it. This deck does. So, here we go. These cards represent the 5 areas of need that humans have, at least according to Dr. William Glasser and his reality therapy theories. So first we have survival. This is basic needs of shelter, survival, food, and sexual fulfillment. This next card is love and belonging. Belonging to a family or a community or other loved ones. This card is power. A sense of winning, achieving, personal self-worth. Sorry, I started reading a different one. But it's a sense of self-worth. Power, sense of self-worth. 4, this is freedom to be independent, maintain personal space and autonomy. And lastly, we have fun, to achieve satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pleasure. So don't worry, I'll tell you what they are again when I flip them all over. But we're gonna start with survival because it's the top of the pyramid. All right, so here we go. The card you guys got for this is the 4 of Cups. This in this deck is the 4 of Pentacles. And we also have get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. Oh, that's really cute. These cards actually work ridiculously well together. Like ridiculously well together. So the 4 of Pentacles really talks about this sense of holding on to something too tight. This sense of stinginess. This, if Ebenezer Scrooge had a card, it would be the 4 of Pentacles. Because normally the 4 of Pentacles has a man who is sitting, grasping 2 pentacles, standing on another one, sitting on another one, and another one is placed upon his head. So he is unable to move, but god damn it, he has all his stuff and he's not gonna let it go. So in the sense of survival here, you guys, I think your guides are trying to tell you, you have everything you need in this area. You have more than what you think, and you're holding on really tight to some things that you don't really need to. This is an area of abundance for you. You have more than you need. And your guides are saying, maybe it's time to give this a look. Time to think about giving to others in this department, whether that is charitable giving or giving of your time or your resources. Yeah, your guys are like, you're fine. Stop freaking out. There's no need to freak out. We got you. You got what you need. Now it's time to look around to those around you and do some good shit for humanity. They're like, we got you. Now go help people. This need is met. This is covered. Let's go help people. All right? Now, if you're somebody who doesn't feel like you have everything you need, if you're somebody who's struggling, either financially or with food or anything, or health even, if you're somebody who feels that message, instead of that you have everything you need, your guides are saying it's coming. You're somebody who has a generous spirit, and the good that you have done for others will come back to you. Even if you feel lost and like you have to hold on to things so tight because what could happen next? Your guides are saying that there are those around you who will take care of you, who will hold on to you, who will keep you from drowning. So don't be afraid, because even though it feels out of control right now, it is not. It is divinely destined, and you will have everything you need, even if you don't right now. And don't be afraid to ask for help, because you've helped a lot of people. So now it's your turn to ask for help. All right? All right. So that's the 2 messages I have for this. Now, the next part here is about love and belonging. This is about our need for community and people and, yeah, family. So we have the Temperance card. And we also have this card that says, stop talking. Shut your mouth and listen. Oof. Man, guides are coming out strong today. I should have warned you that this deck is a very intense deck. It's a very like drill sergeant wants you to be better kind of deck, as opposed to a loving mother who's gonna nurture you back kind of deck. No, this one is a very aggressive, yelling drill sergeant who wants to see you at your best. But they have a point. So, in relationships, in belonging with others, we need to remember that it's not all about us. Your need for love and belonging is just as important as everybody else's need for love and belonging. And love and belonging doesn't come from you just meeting your needs. It comes from also helping others and helping them meet their needs. So if you found that you've been talking a lot recently, that every conversation you have with your friends is about your troubles, is about your issues, you might need to slow down in that department and have a listening ear for those you love around you, because they have issues too. And I'm not saying completely stop talking about what you need and expressing how you feel about things. There needs to be temperance. There needs to be a balance. Temperance is about being patient and taking the time and doing what is good for everyone in the situation, not just yourself. So it's time to take a knee and to listen. And not just to like hear, but to really take in what your friends and colleagues are saying to you and internalize it and try to understand it. Your friends and the people who are important to you might have been trying to help you with whatever you've been talking about incessantly. They may have been trying to help you, but you wouldn't listen, or you wouldn't pause your complaining long enough to hear what they had to say, or you didn't internalize what they had to say. And love and belonging is about communication, and communication is not a one-way street. So I think it's time for us to learn how to listen. Okay? So these next cards, these are about power, a sense of winning, achieving, or a sense of self-worth. So let's see what your guides have to say about this. We have the Two of Swords. Interesting. And we also have you eaten? You're acting like a big-ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. Oh, these are great cards. So, power. A sense of self-worth. All right. I'm going to interpret this card based on the imagery I see here. You have blinded yourself to your value. You have decided that you are worth nothing, or that you're only worth some, or parts of you aren't worth anything, or that you're a damaged thing that needs to be fixed. These are all not true. You have taken your own words and thoughts and driven them into your eyes so that you can't see the truth. And the truth is that you're a valuable person who deserves their sense of self-worth, and you're also somebody who seems to need a lot of encouragement. Now, that is not a bad thing. It is good to know thyself. Have you eaten? You are acting like a big ass baby. You in this instance, you are thinking in a sorry for yourself manner. You have crippled yourself in the area of power. Your sense of winning and achievement, you have crippled yourself in this area. Maybe by simply not eating. Like, a lot of mental health things like defeat or feeling like you want to give up or that kind of thing. Like, sometimes it's as simple as you need to drink water and you will feel better. Like, simple things sometimes make all of the difference. And maybe it just needs to be a change in attitude, or a change in habit, or a change in perspective. Because your perspective at the moment seems to be very cutting, very internal, very self-deprecating. And this does not help you. This does not help you feel powerful or in charge or like you can do anything or that you have self-worth. This kind of thinking just freezes you. It freezes you. It stops you from being able to pursue happiness, to pursue the greater goals that you wish, because you have made yourself stuck by putting knives in your eyes. That's an extreme example, but we're going with it. Okay? So maybe it's something simple that needs to change. Maybe it is simply catching the thought of I'm not good enough, and instead of changing it all the way to I'm the best all at once, because that doesn't work either. Believe me, I've tried that. Instead of going all the way the other direction, let's start with something like, instead of thinking I'm the worst, think I'm not that bad. Or I'm better than yesterday. That's a good one. I'm better than yesterday. Maybe it's just one step better, but you're better than yesterday. And that's something awesome. That's something not to ignore. That's an achievement in and of itself. Okay? Okay. So, these next cards they talk about freedom, to be independent, to maintain personal space and autonomy. So, you guys actually got 2 wizard cards here. So, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the 5 of Swords, and lastly, we have winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah. Yep. So, freedom. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. I'm seeing some self-destruction. Some self-destructive tendencies here in this conglomeration. Yeah, 2 dead figures and 1 sneaky person looking over the wall, and the 5 of Swords talks about sneaky people killing other people. This is some hardcore self-destruction, you guys. You're free. You're free to do whatever you want and to be whoever you want. But perhaps you haven't felt that freedom before, or perhaps you're unfamiliar with the feeling of winning, the feeling of this is a good thing. Perhaps it's been a very long time since you felt secure in anything. Or, yeah, perhaps it's been a long time since you felt secure in anything. It takes some time to get used to the feeling of security when you've been on the run for so long. Now, you might think that being on the run equals freedom, but often it does not. Often being on the run is being hunted, being trapped, being caged, being on the run from yourself. And now you're finally not on the run from yourself. You might be discovering some things about yourself that maybe you don't like very much. But this is the moment that we get to examine those things and actually heal from them. And healing is a tough-ass process. It leads to freedom. It does. But it's a tough-ass process. And you might think that this tough-ass process, like, isn't a good thing. Like, this change, when Truman discovers this, he goes into denial for a bit. When he discovers this big-ass change, it completely ruins his world, but he is free. Now he is truly free. And I think that's the idea of these cards, is that this process is gonna hurt. This process of healing is going to hurt, but in the end, it's going to free you from whatever held you back, even if that's yourself. So, even though you might feel like this isn't a good thing for you, your guides are telling you this is the good thing. This is the thing you needed. This is the thing that is going to get you to the next level, that is going to bring you freedom and peace and knowing and autonomy. Don't ruin this good thing. Don't run away from the healing. Don't run away from the change. Don't give up on the change. It is important. Okay? So, lastly, we have fun. To achieve satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pleasure. So, the cards we have here are the Queen of Curses, which is the Queen of Cups, and fuck. Shit is about to get real. Fuck. You need your people around you. Oh boy. Ooh. I kind of love this for fun. Ooh, this is wild. This is some wild energy here. Oh, cool. So, the Queen of Cups is the queen of emotions, the queen of... She is the queen of nurture and self-care and self-defense. In this card, she's a badass bitch who's not taking anybody else's shit. She has her own power, and she is on top of the world. And that's fun. It's fun to be in charge, defending yourself. Like, not defending, but like conquering things. She's a conqueror in this card. This shit is about to get real. Satisfaction, enjoyment, a sense of pleasure. Man, there is some crazy change coming into your world in the area of fun. This fun might be fun you've never thought about, never considered. Ooh, it's gonna be a roller coaster ride. Now, the thing that's coming to my head is all very sexual. Maybe because she's so sexy in this card, but maybe this is a whole new level of pleasure that we're talking about. This is a whole new experience of pleasure that we're talking about. It could be BDSM, it could be polyamory, it could be simple too. It could just be, we're gonna bring an ice cube in the bedroom. Like, this is like, but with the thing that, you're gonna need your people around you. I don't think this is a negative thing. I think this is saying, oh yeah, you're gonna want those good ass girls or guys, whoever you confide in, you're gonna need those people around so you can tell some people this shit. Because this is gonna be wild. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be a ride, you guys. This is gonna be a ride that makes you feel like a superhero, honestly. I'm excited for you guys. Whatever level of pleasure you guys are achieving, it's gonna be nuts, and it's gonna be awesome, and you guys are gonna have a fun time exploring whatever this is. Just be sure that you have safeties in place, that you have people around you who care, who can talk to you about things, talk you through things, learn things with people. You know, get resources. Resources is what I'm hearing. For this kind of fun, we need some resources, some teachers, some badass bitches who are gonna show us what's what so that we don't get hurt. But this is gonna be an adventure for you, and I'm excited for you guys. So, the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I have my Kalima Oracle deck, and I'm just going to shuffle it and get one final message for you guys about this exploration into our needs, the needs of people. So, Kalima, could you give us one final message for group number 2's about this crazy journey they're on? Better understanding people and themselves, and finding their worth and finding fun. Oh man, this whole reading has been about opening up to people. So if you could, please give us a message. Thank you, Colleen. All right, I'm gonna read this to you out of the book because I don't have these memorized. And you guys got card 37, the Dharma of Kali. The Dharma of Kali. So, this is card 37. 37, Dharma of Kali. Her every action is infused with loving purpose. Every challenge and every opportunity in your life exists by her divine design. Her spiritual intelligence is within your heart. When you trust in your integrity and proceed according to your soul's values, you are trusting and empowering her to be at cause in your life. Everything that is happening is a part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established, and you are being led into it. Our evolutionary process for strengthening our connection to Dharma, or spiritual law, transforms our relationship with ourselves, each other, and the world. As we grow spiritually and mature at a psychological level, we naturally begin to cultivate our inner values, eschewing those we have been taught that no longer resonate. We learn the often painful lessons of what happens when we abandon our values to pursue that which society says is most important. Control, profit, or personal gain at any cost. Social status through positions of power, for example. We increasingly align ourselves with our values and adhere to them more courageously, evolving them according to inner resonance rather than outer effect. We realize that self-respect is more important than trying to control or manipulate outer events or other people. We are moved from an inner place rather than motivated by external rewards. As a consequence, it is spiritually safe for us to receive an abundance of material blessings because we know we will not try to sell our soul to obtain them. The Dharma of Kali brings the message that your most abundant successes will manifest when you are aligned with your integrity. You do not need to put your faith in pathways or projects that do not resonate with your deeper spiritual knowing and values. Seeking the ways of the world to bring you what you need is only going to limit your spiritual progress and undermine the most abundant manifestation of your purpose. If you intuitively know that you need to engage with more traditional, worldly means of progress, then you can do so with your spiritual integrity intact and guiding you so you stay true to yourself in the process. As you are guided from within, you shall make the best progress. So, yeah, you guys are on this crazy spiritual journey to rediscover your foundations, rediscover this whole new world before you, and really reevaluate and establish your own values, which could be this whole fun, exciting adventure you're on. Redefining what those values are for yourself, not what people tell you they are. So, I hope this reading helped you guys. I hope you got a lot out of it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching group number 2. I hope you have a blessed everything, and I will see you guys on the next one. This was Pan. Bye, you guys. Hi, group number 3s. Welcome to this week's reading. This week, we are talking all about reality therapy and the 5 needs as put forth by Dr. William Glasser. He is a contemporary of Freud, but his theories on therapy are a little bit more about what is really happening in your everyday life, kind of a thing, as opposed to going back into your childhood and trying to figure out how those things affect you. He's more concerned about what's happening right now. Okay, so I'm going to explain these 5 piles, but first I'm going to show you the card that drew you in today, which is this beautiful card. You guys got this card of the Leaf Man, who is wandering towards a sunset or sunrise, not sure which, with a cane, and yeah, he seems to be on a journey. So from this card, I'm getting the feeling that you guys are old souls. You guys might feel like you've been on this journey for a while now, whatever part of the journey you're on. and you might be getting tired. But hopefully your guides will give me some inspiration for you about these 5 areas of needs, and you'll be able to move forward with a spring in your step. So, first I'm going to tell you about the piles. So, this group is the first one, the top of the pyramid, which is survival, which is basic needs of shelter, survival, food, and sexual fulfillment. 2 is love and belonging. This is belonging to a family or a community or other loved ones. 3, this is about power, a sense of winning, achieving, or a sense of self-worth. 4, this is freedom, to be independent, to maintain a personal space and autonomy. And lastly, we have fun, to achieve satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pleasure. So, I'm excited to talk about all these things. So, I'm also using the Rebel Oracle today with my Wizard's Tarot, and it is a bit of a crass deck. If you do not enjoy, if you do not enjoy the word fuck, then this reading is not for you, because this deck uses it a lot, but I really like it. I think it's tough wisdom is really appropriate for a discussion about needs. So, here we go. Starting with survival. These are your basic needs. We have the Tower. Woo, starting with a big card right up front. And detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Well, those cards work together really fucking well. Yeah. So, the Tower is actually all about shaking your foundations and getting rid of old stuff and huge change. And yeah, a detox. Yeah, the Tower definitely brings about detox. Let me tell you that. The Tower is about big change, big change, big moves, big money moves. Not money moves, but it's about shaking your foundations. And we're talking about survival here. So we're talking about basic needs, shelter, food, sexual fulfillment. So there are some things in your life, in how you are taking care of yourself, that need change. Big change. Detox. Now, I'm not on board with the whole idea of detoxing diets. Okay, plane is gone. So, I am not on board with the detoxing diets. Most of them are very unhealthy and make you go into some state of starvation to lose weight, which seems just barbaric to me. So, I'm looking at this as much more of a need to get rid of some unhealthy habits. We need to do some spring cleaning in our habits, both mentally and physically. Maybe we go to McDonald's a little too often, or maybe we do the mental equivalent of that. Maybe we watch too many reality TV shows. Maybe we're doing way too much doom scrolling or comparing our lives to other people's lives. Our life has nothing to do with other people's lives. Our journey's our own. Maybe it's about getting rid of some people. As this card says, drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. It's time to do the spring cleaning. It's time to embrace the Tower moment. It's time to change up how we are taking care of ourselves and truly take a look and see what needs to go and what needs to change. Because I'm getting the feeling from this card that we're not happy with some of the things in our lives, and we're holding on to them and out of a sense of fear out of a sense of, but it's been here forever, but it's been here for so long, but they're my mom. Like, just because they're your parent does not mean that they deserve space if they are hurting you, if they are toxic, if they are destructive to your life. That's a hard thing to say, but yeah, just because they're your parent doesn't mean you're obligated to a relationship with them. In fact, it is up to the parent to maintain a good relationship with you. So if they're not doing their job, sorry, it might be time to unfriend that asshole. Yeah, some spring cleaning is necessary. There's gonna be some tough messages in this one, I have a feeling. If we're starting out with the Tower card, okay, I'm gonna move on because I think I've said all I need to about that. Next is love and belonging. This is to a family or community or loved ones. This is our sense of community, our tribe, that kind of need. And the card we have here is the Four of Curses, which is the Four of Cups in this deck, as well as love. Aww. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. It will cheer your ass up. Love, get some, have some. It'll cheer your ass up. Man, I love this deck. He's so blunt. So, yeah, it seems like there is a lack. The Four of Cups often talks about us not seeing something that is being offered to us. And in the space of love and community, there is somebody around you who is offering love and community. And maybe we're afraid to take it. Maybe we're afraid to grab onto it. Maybe we are a bit paranoid. Maybe we have been hurt in the past, and so we're afraid. We're afraid to grab onto new love. We're afraid to grab onto new community. We're afraid to put our heart out there because we've been here before, and it didn't go so well last time. So, yeah, if we're an old soul that's been through a lot, yeah, we might be a little more stingy with our love, a little more stingy with who we give our love out to. But your guides are really saying this opportunity that we're putting in front of you, that we're trying to open your eyes to, that we're being like, look at this. It's not fake. This is love. This is the thing. This is it. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be paranoid. This is something that was sent for you to have, to cheer your ass up. All right? Get some. Cheer your ass up. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that one because the card's pretty blunt. All right, so this next one is about power, which is a sense of winning or achieving or a sense of self-worth. And the cards we have here are the Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. And the Ten of Curses, which is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Curses. This is the Ten of Cups. And lastly, we have you are giving too many fucks. Give 0. Yay! Yay! You are giving too many fucks. Yay! Oh, I like this. Okay. So, what am I seeing here? All right, so the Ten of Cups is the 10 of it is the wish fulfillment card, really. It is the happily ever after card. In this card, it's like this bat god is like raining down, I think, pleasure on this guy, because even though he's a skeleton, he looks kind of happy. And the Ace of Cups is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity, a new garden to explore, a new space. But paired with this card of you're giving too many fucks, I think you are approaching this newfound sense of self-worth, this sense of fulfillment, because the Ten of Cups is the card of fulfillment. It is the happily ever after card. It is the you made it, good job card. You are taking this as the end of the road, maybe, or you're taking this as maybe this is all there is, or you're giving too many fucks. You're caring way too much about what people would think about you in this space. Like, you deserve this space of feeling fulfilled, of feeling pleasure, of feeling that you have achieved, that you have reached, that you are there. You deserve that feeling. And instead of grasping onto that feeling and embracing the joy of the moment, you're really thinking about what others think of you. Swords always represent thoughts, and this person is stabbing themselves with this thought. So instead of embracing the moment, instead of thinking about this moment as a joyful one, you are giving way too many fucks about what everybody else thinks. And it's ruining your moment. You need to enjoy this moment, because you have achieved something. I don't know what it is, but whatever thing that you have accomplished recently, you deserve that. Don't grab onto the next step too fast. Don't be like, okay, we did that, and move on too quickly to the next step. Enjoy the accomplishment for what it is. Enjoy this moment of achievement instead of jumping on to the next thing to do. Instead of jumping right to the next thing on my list of things to do, I think you need to enjoy the moment a little bit. Revel in your success a little bit. Don't get a big head, but also don't give any fucks. You deserve it. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So, these next two cards are about freedom. To be independent. Maintain personal space and autonomy. So, the cards we have in this spot are the Eight of Beasts. This is the Eight of Wands. And we have, you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Yeah. Freedom. Letting things go. That is a big theme for you guys. The Eight of Beasts. The Eight of Beasts is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands talks a lot about quick moving pace, messages flying in, something happening very quickly. But guys, I just watched the movie Nope. And I don't know if you've seen it. Spoilers ahead if you have not seen it. But you should have by now. I was just way behind the eight ball. So in the movie Nope, there is an alien being who looks a lot like this. A flying purple people eater. So I'm seeing that there is a big monster in your life that is caging you up, and that monster is something somebody did to you, some wrong somebody has done to you, or perhaps something that you've done that was wrong, or something like that. Some big mistake, some big mistake is clogging up your mind space. It is keeping you in a cage. It is controlling how you see the world around you right now. And as this card says, you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. It's time to let this mistake go. To forgive either yourself or whoever committed this. To let it go. Now, if this was something horrible somebody did to you, like, forgiveness, you don't necessarily have to forgive that person, but instead forgive the moment. I don't know how to say this, but let go of this. This was something somebody else did. It shouldn't keep you in a cage forever. This was somebody else's issue. This was somebody else's mistake. You shouldn't be holding the mental space for it. Because even whether this person apologized to you or not, like, it's not yours to carry. It's up to this person to make this mistake right. And if they're not going to, then you don't have to remember it. Like, you don't have to carry this around with you. You can just be indifferent. You can erase this monster because it's taking up your time, your energy, your space, and you deserve to feel free and unbothered. And sometimes indifference is the best revenge. If you just don't care, man, that really gets under some people's craw. Because you've moved on. You don't care. Your life is better now. Maybe your life is better now because that person made that mistake and showed you who they really are, so that you can unfriend that asshole. Clear out some room for you. Get rid of it for you. Not for anybody else, for you. Okay? Okay. So, the last thing I have here is fun. Yay! And I mean that literally. These cards are about fun. To achieve satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pleasure. So, the cards we have here are Justice. And step away from the crazy making diet for a second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit. Bacon, chocolate, beer. Get some. Yeah, I like this card. I'm a foodie for sure. So like, yeah, give me that bacon and chocolate, please. So what I'm seeing here is that we've been really rigid with ourselves. We've been very disciplined. We have worked on some shit. We are currently working on some shit. It is okay to balance that energy by giving ourselves some yummy shit. To loosen the reins a little bit, to allow ourselves the love and care. Okay, what I was saying is that we have been really rigid with ourselves in some areas of our life, whether that is self-discipline and change and, really policing ourselves around our thoughts or our actions or even as this card says, our diet. I'm not saying if your doctor has recommended you be on this diet that you be like, goodbye diet. But what I'm saying is that we need to give ourselves the love and care to do some things for ourselves that are purely for pleasure, purely for fun, purely for making us feel better. Even if it's something silly like, I'm gonna watch this silly kids movie because it's cute and pretty and I like to sing the music. Or I'm gonna go out to this concert because I've loved this band forever. Or, I don't know, whatever you do for fun, it's time to do some of that. And to not let yourself feel guilty for doing those things, but instead realize that we've done a lot of hard work and it's time to balance that with the justice of giving ourselves some fun. Okay? So, the last thing I'm gonna do for you guys is I have my Kalima Oracle, and I'm gonna just get one message from Kali as a parting last message for you guys, because her whole energy is very destruction and rebirth and change and really being that motherly figure of nurture and care, but also like get your shit together. She is the voice of change, and she's a good one to have when we're talking about needs. So Kali, could you please give us one message for group number 3 about this journey to clear some shit out to... Oh, okay. Here we go. Wow, I am not going to pronounce this right, so please forgive me as I do stumble over this word. But you guys got card number 44, Bhavatarini. Bhavatarini. That's how I'm going to say it. And I will read this card to you out of the book, because I don't have all the oracles memorized. So, let me just grab the book and we will read Bhavatarini. Bhavatarini. I think that's how you say it. So, card number 44. Card 44, Bhavatarini. The Tantric Princess of Karmic Release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. In the example of a healer, the Divine Mother recognizes the goodness in your heart and your genuine desire to assist. Yet she will do what is necessary to protect your spiritual awakening and free you from your attachments, yes, even the attachment of helping others. This doesn't mean that you no longer want to be a healer or that you are blocked from doing so. It means you will not be able to prop up self-value using external roles. Ultimately, this is a gift, but it is a lesson that many healers find painful in the beginning. They need to learn how to offer their heartfelt work and not be attached to how it is received. If they see immediate results and powerful effects of the work, the challenge is not to identify with what is happening and make the divine grace about their own ego. If the ego is failing in these lessons and getting caught up in feeling superior or inferior, then the Divine Mother will intervene. The lesson is that you can relish the roles you play in your life without allowing them to define you. You're asked to take care that you do not restrict yourselves to the roles you play. Embrace the spiritual freedom and unconditional love necessary to be your full, authentic being. You are asked to bear the discomfort of no longer relying on certain familiar patterns to give you validation. This will open you up to greater self-realization, self-possession, and joyful freedom to be your whole self. You are on the cusp of a beautiful breakthrough into a more positive era. To amplify her blessings, open your heart to the unfamiliar. Aww. I love that for you guys. Well, this is all I'm seeing for you guys, reading number 4s. I hope this helped. I hope you learned a lot. And please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope I see you all on the next one. I hope you have a blessed everything. This was Pan. Bye, guys.